Nobody really talks about what happens after you hit the goal. For the past year and a half, my main goal was to get monetized on YouTube. The only thing I was looking forward to for so long now was that email from YouTube. Congratulations, we see you. Even at the smallest level, this meant a ton.
And don't get me wrong, I'm proud of it. But something strange happened after.
And it's going to sound crazy because I literally made 3 cents yesterday, but that familiar feeling crept in where I felt accomplished and done. And it's the same feeling that shows up after a race, after finally seeing a number you were chasing, whether on a scale, a bank account, or a place you worked for months to reach. With work being so intense lately, I found myself wondering something I didn't expect. How do you keep going after the thing that was driving you is suddenly done?
Because once the goal is reached, whether it's the number or the finish line, motivation often fades with it. It sounds strange, but it's real. Seeing that monetization email after wanting it for so long created a brief illusion of arrival. I got to post it, I got the feedback from my friends, and that thought came back after, because motivation died. And when motivation dies, apathy pulls up a chair, and you're left wondering why you even began. Every goal starts to feel pointless. The effort can even start to feel foolish. But over and over, in the gym, in school, in work, this is exactly where grit is born. This is where grit thrives. And grit, it's what stays with you for life. Grit is what helps someone find their ikigai, something that keeps them healthy for decades, not just until the next race. It's what builds a YouTube channel that actually is worth watching. And to be clear, I'm not there yet. I haven't crossed some grand finish line. If anything, I just cracked open chapter 1. I'm still learning editing, still tweaking sound, still trying to figure out how to make these videos better every single time I upload. Guys, I'm trying my best over here. So if you're on this journey too, whether it's YouTube, triathlon, or something completely different, stick around. Hit the like and subscribe button. I've got a cat to feed, and we've both got work to do. Trust me, I understand. Everyone always sends me a message. Hey, your sound's off. Yeah, I get that. Trust me, I get that. And the truth is, this goes way beyond just YouTube. It applies to races, to goal, to numbers and figures that you've been pressing in your mind as the peak of happiness. And you've spent years, months, sometimes decades preparing for. Because as I approached the end of my first big goal, monetization, I found myself staring straight at the next one, figure out how to actually turn this into something sustainable. And of course, the Ironman I seem to mention in every video at this point. I don't want that race to be the end of my fitness journey. I'd be devastated if I stopped swimming, biking, or running at the moment I crossed the finish line. That's my health right there. That's part of who I am. I don't want it to feel like all of that was only tied to one race. Because if the only thing pulling you forward is the finish line, eventually you're going to come up short. The finish line matters, of course it does. It gives you direction, it gives you the work to shape. But it can't be the only thing, because eventually you cross it. And then what? That's the question I'm sitting with right now. You have to build something that still pulls you forward after the race is over, after the milestone is hit, after the email finally comes. There has to be something deeper keeping you in motion. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your creativity, maybe it's the person you're becoming in the process. Because most of this journey, whether it's building a channel or training for a race, happens far away from the beginning of the moment. It happens in the quiet session, the tired mornings, the days when nothing feels particularly meaningful. And those are the days that actually build you.
The days that no one is there to cheer you on.
So maybe this video is just a reminder for me and for anyone watching. The finish line isn't the end. It's actually the beginning. It's where Ikigai lives. That place where what you're good at, what keeps you healthy, and what you can give to the world all start to overlap. And honestly, that's what I'm still building right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.